What's up, guys? It's Black coming back with some more RA content. I think we're gonna have a pretty interesting one today because we have Inno playing as Russia in his traditional purple, already putting down that power plant. And in the top, his opponent is going to be Mint playing as the UK or England. He's also going to be in his traditional minty color. We are on Message from Pink Thought. I think it's kind of somewhat of a classic of his now to have this gem mine in your start. So you have 2 ore mines, 1 gem mine. And this map is a little bit weird where you only have 1 single mine here. It really looks like it wants to be a double. In fact, I think it probably was at some point, and then Mint, or Pink Thought rather, was like, no, I'm just going to delete that one right there. So you got a single here, and the 2 double mines are in the corner. So you kind of want to expand there quickly. And you got this very, very small single mine right here. Auto oil derricks as well, and I see that Inno is doing a dog first. That is super nice. Mint going with an engineer first, which is not, or at least not engineer first, but rather oil derrick to the middle first, rather than that capping this one in the back like Inno is. I think going to the back is a little bit better. You just get this tick a little bit more. You know, that's a free extra rifle, especially if you're going for dog. You really push the middle earlier, and you're definitely going to push this middle. That's just kind of how this game plays. Oil derricks on the side, you can kind of go for either one, depending on which way you want to go. This one's probably a little bit more natural for Inno. At the same time, you can easily just rotate over. They're basically equidistant. So it's all about positioning here. We'll have to see how this dog plays out. If he goes in right now, it could be really good. And he's just kind of stacking dogs in the middle subcell, which is never great. You want to get it on one of these backside subcells. Preferably, you know, if you're going to stack to the north right here, you'd want it in this backside. That'll make rifles that much harder to deal with it. Front cell is probably the worst one. It could probably be next to the middle one. The one reason I really don't want it in the middle is just force fire. If you know there's a dog there, you can kill it. You know, you're going to sacrifice some rifles because it's going to give you some vision, but killing that dog will instantly change things. Basically stops him from pressuring you, and he can't really attack into you because you'll have defender's adventures there. Mint going to try to swing back on this backside, but Inno's being very cautious right now. He saw that there was an oil derrick here, I believe. Oh, that's Mint. Yep, he did see that Mint captured that oil derrick, so he's probably going to want to stay out of his vision, and as I say that, he moves up because he knows that Mint's not there now. This engineer is probably going to die. I think Mint is going to have a great concave here, or at least a great attack. This dog is a little bit out of position, and that vision is providing enough for Mint. Yep. And there goes the dog. I think that might have been a target fire. So that was right there. Engineer goes down, and the rest of Inno's army is going to go down. 2 rifles left, 1 rifle left, 0 rifles left. So that is a 2,000 to 900 destroyed loss right there for Mint. That is looking really good. Backside, we got a ref just now getting placed for Inno, and Mint is about, he's about 5 seconds ahead, 6 seconds ahead. He's going to come in here, try to kill the sword derrick, another dog, which is interesting. You don't see that a whole lot. It's usually just not worth it to build a second dog, but this one's starting to pay off a little bit, but I think Mint's still going to be able to kill the sword derrick. Loses a few rifles for that, so he lost 3 rifles for an oil derrick. That's definitely worth it. That'll pay off super long in the long run. I mean, it's 3 minutes in, it's lost 3 rifles for that, so definitely worth it. Mint up to 1 oil derrick. His engineer is running back. You know, I expect him to do his MCV move out since he loves to do that, it seems like. And there it is. Places that third ref instantly going. And he's building HCs, so this is almost kind of like a... Nope, he's building another... Never mind, I was going to say this is almost like a 3 ref all-in, but he's building Harvesters instead of APCs, so he's definitely going to build APCs for a little bit, and he's moving out to this side, which I don't particularly like. This ore mine is not super big. It's like almost not even worth putting a ref down until like minute 10 when you're moving that main MCV out. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I see an SD ready for Mint. It is ready. You know, deciding to return the favor. This oil derrick's going to go down. It's kind of what you expect for this kind of map. These oil derricks don't last very long. The ones on the side, maybe a little bit longer. These ones in the back, you pretty much never see them killed. Sometimes decapped by your opponent, but it's, you know, it's also right in front of your opponent's base, so they can just instantly recap it if you're not careful. Mint scouting with his ranger. I'm pretty sure he did see, yes, he did see the base there. Now it looks like he's bringing his army down, but does not have... He went tank first, so I mean this could be pretty good, but the problem is that Inno's gonna have a defense ready. He's got all this army over here. If he catches his army way out of position, that could be really good, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. Inno's probably gonna keep it by his single MCV since he does not have an SD. That would be crazy. He also built a second engineer. That's kind of crazy. Fortunately, it's probably gonna die to that ranger. And as I say that, Inno is gonna go ahead and kill this oil derrick on the side, so oil derrick's not long for this world, I guess. And Mint is, he's kind of staging, make sure there's no army attacking there. But does he have an MCV coming? He does. It's 4 seconds away. There goes the engineer. Now he looks like he might be prepping for an attack here. Inno is rotating all of his army, so this attack is not going to go well. I think maybe that ranger tipped off there's army there. If it is, I mean, that's good game sense by Inno. Still does not see the army, just sees the ranger that's scouting there. But the fact that the ranger's still kind of there, could maybe queue it in. Now he hears the tank. Base defense instantly goes down. I like that. And the SD's out too. So I think Mint making the right decision here to pull back. With one tank, that's a little risky to do. You know, with 3 tanks, sure. You know, you can out armor them, and you can just kill the infantry with the extra armor that you have. But one tank, it goes down. Suddenly you have to deal with all the EPCs. Suddenly your infantry is just completely exposed to your opponent's infantry. Mint also moving on his main unity after dropping a rough basically. I think that's the right decision. Want to get to this oil derrick middle as quick as possible. But it looks like there is going to be an engagement here. APCs are very far away, but I think that's actually going to work out well for Inno. Another medium tank coming in. So far the APC crush is not really great, but I'm assuming right now they're going to get, yes, that is all of Mint's army pretty much cleaned up. Fortunately for Mint, he does have that pillbox there and then MCV support, so Inno is going to get pushed off there. Pretty much even things out. 9,000 is 8,750. That was about as well as Inno could hope, and I think that was about as well as Mint could hope. Those APC crushes definitely coming in clutch towards that, otherwise that would have been a huge swing in Mint's favor. Yep, Mint's just gonna drop a second ref here, because why not? He's delayed a little bit. Not a bad idea, although he probably should be transferring his eco since he's got 5 harvs on 3 dead mines right now. Oh, is that rifle? No, rifle's not gonna catch that random rocket soldier. And Mint just pushing over here, Inno up to a second NCV now, just taking his natural expansion, so it'd be interesting to see. Somehow he has a lot of cash, so somehow it's worked out that he's expanded right here. He's even got 2 harvesters on there, but yeah, he's gonna have to pull one of them off pretty much instantly. And Mint's gonna take that corner expansion just fine. He's got some rifle scouts over here. Inno also has the dog sitting over here. MC also scouting for his MC, which is nice. Drops our barracks and keeps moving. I like that too. You know, if the build's ready, might as well get that extra build speed bonus too. And Mint is just kind of focusing all of his army down here on the bottom. He's completely deathballing. Ooh, there's a rocket drop at the top. Don't think it's actually got anything yet. And Mint's gonna see both of his rifle scouts go down. Might have heard that flame. That's gonna cue him off that there is a big tack coming. And now the rifle drop, the rocket drop is happening. Not getting a harvester just yet. That's a good sign for you, Mint, to just pull these harvesters to a new patch. You've just pulled 3 of them off and set 2 of them away. But Mint's gonna have a pretty good attack here. There's basically no defenses. Just needs to get those tanks a little bit more in front. There we go. Gonna lose one of them, but I mean, that's doing its job. And these rockets just have stalled these harvesters for so long now. That's 3 harvesters just idle for Mint. Pulling back his army, I don't know about that. He's definitely gonna lose this. I think if this attacked in the main, it would be really good. But Mint is gonna get the cleanup here. The SC is gonna go down. That is gonna hurt, a lot. Gonna lose these barracks too, which is definitely gonna hurt into his micro. And Mint sends the harvesters back without checking to see if there's rockets there. Okay, does have a pillbox. Not gonna lose a harvester. Not the worst thing in the world. Oh, found a hole in Mint's armor, and it is right here after the expansion. And now Mint is transferring even more harvesters off. I wonder how his eco is faring. He is exactly broke right now. He's gonna lose those reps as well. That's actually gonna hurt Mint so much. He's got a nice juicy patch of gems there, so that will be good. Same time, Mint's just cleaning off the rest of that base down in the south. Oh, Mint has to be a little careful. He's kind of strung out right now. Inno's nice and compact here. Yeah, Mint's gonna go in. I think this is gonna go pretty poorly for him. That one heavy tank gonna do a lot of lifting right now. Gonna lose 2 medium tanks unless he pulls away. There goes one. Second one going back. Got the rest of his army retreating, so this army is eventually gonna get sandwiched. So there's only 1 medium tank in the front. This one stuck in behind. This could be pretty bad for Mint. He could get turned into twice and just lose. Same time, Inno's up here. He's got his suspension, got his SD back out. So I expect some more heavy tanks in his future. And oh no, he doesn't have a ref here, and these harvesters are just stuff. Maybe he stopped them because he didn't want him going back, but he is gonna catch this army, which is nice. Heavy tank going down in just a second here, and it gets clean up there. So story loss is looking pretty good, but that economic situation is looking pretty bad, and that earnings graph is definitely pretty low for Mint. He's got these 3 back working. These ones are still not. He's 10 seconds, 5 seconds away on that ref. I mean, at some point, you gotta just stop queuing stuff. I guess he does have enough float with just his 3 harvesters. This is a lot of eco downtime. He's gonna skyrocket in a second with 5 harvesters on this patch, but that's given, a lot of time to just really take map control. He's moved out here, so that's kind of Mint's natural single mine on this side. And he, already controls this one, so he's got map control. And Mint is trying to move out, but unfortunately, it is not at a good time. He's gonna have to move that MCV back. Yeah, he basically stuck right here in the main base. Fortunately, army values are pretty similar, and I think this is pretty much all of Inno's army. Artillery, gonna force Inno back there. Does Inno have radar yet? No, he does not. He's just kind of stuck on tier 1.5. But his radar is ready. Where did he place it? It has to be down here, right? Yep. He's gonna go for instantly for V2. We'll have to see in 10 seconds after that heavy tank is done. Yeah, Mint's in a precarious situation. He's kind of stuck here in his main base. He's gonna find a nice stack here, but Inno is gonna be ready. Gets the harvesters, and I think that's the important part. Inno could maybe pull a harvester off here, but he doesn't really want to do that. It's not really worth it anyways. Yeah, Mint is just kind of stuck with the way this map is split now. His only option to really attack is through the middle, and that is exactly what Inno's doing right now. Just a kind of death ball, it looks like. Oh, the range going down from Mint too. That kind of is unfortunate. Yeah, with the way this is split, Inno is in a really strong position. Even just building tons of flame towers up there. I like that. Heard heavy tank somewhere? Is it in the top? Yes, it is. It's gonna get that harvester. Oh, it just gets away. But oh, if he goes to the SD, he'll be fine. Although this harvester getting stuck in the queue might die. Instead, the heavy tank pulls away. Not a bad idea at all. I think he saw the rockets. Army values are looking pretty similar still. Both players death balling pretty hard. Unfortunately for Mint, I think this attack is gonna go at a perfect timing. Yak is out as well. Probably gonna see that Mint is retreating away. He's got a lot of defenses here, but no MCV support. So whichever way attacks, I think is gonna be good. Attacks here, there's less defenses, but there is an army. Attacks here, there's no MCV support. And I think the Yaks and the Blackhawks are both scouting these armies equally. There's a V2 as well. Artillery is not up here for Mint. It is stuck in his main base. And I think that could be a problem because Inno has all of his army here pretty much. Oh, those meetup tanks a little too far forward. Luckily, the V2 wastes his shot. Yak crash does not get a goal hole much, but Inno's going to push in anyway. Mint is going to be forced to retreat here. That MCV is now in mortal peril. But Inno is just going to trade army off here. He's got the V2 still. Not going to have some good effect there. Missing a lot. And I think Mint, which the building support there, and one more tank is going to win that engagement. These two heavy tanks coming up to the top when they shouldn't have been. And this heavy tank harassed in the back. Looks like these harvesters were pulled off for a long time as well since that gyms have regrown. That little skirmish right there not going so well for Inno, but yeah, Mint's gonna come up here, but again, that is a lot of flame towers to deal with, and there is rockets behind them, so these medium tanks are gonna be short-lived. Mint kind of wants to slow walk this. He does not want to walk into that flame tower range with infantry. Yak's gonna kill the army, or the party. Not get a good Yak crash, but man, these medium tanks slowly dying. That's given time to rotate his army away, and I think he's probably gonna be able to hold. He's gonna have to move to the C, yeah, but it should get away. Oh, medium tank goes down. Oh, gets the last shot on it. Okay. This Yak probably gonna... Oh, got lucky. You can say if it popped out to the right, it'd instantly die. So, looks like I was wrong here. Mint is gonna be able to take this. But he's lost another harvester to that heavy tank on the back. Airfield gonna go down. I think that might be Inno's only airfield. So Mint is starting to claw his way back here. Let's clean that out. He needs to move his MCV there immediately. This would be a great time to do it. You're not going to move this one anytime soon. In fact, probably placing it right here would be more than enough. Oh, but Inno's got a great concave there. Mint does not. Just got to be careful. Don't want to send those heavy tanks to the death. Kind of choose whether you want to go for the crushes or just use them as armor. Looks like he wants to use them as armor there. And that goes Mint's army all cleaned up. Still great destroy loss there. But unfortunately, again, he's in that weird position. Did not move the MCV there, which I guess is fortunate because Inno just swung that battle. But had he not pushed there and moved that MCV, that's just, a great defensive play. And he's going to need that eco in a second since he is pretty much dead. Great Blackhawk usage there. Gets all but one rocket. Does not lose a Blackhawk, which is nice. And he's repairing that Blackhawk. I love to see that. This heavy tank still rolling, still poking. Up to Veteran C1. Probably gonna die here just a second. Does get the medium tank on his way out though, which is nice. Blackhawk coming in. There is no SAM site ready. Not just yet, at least. I'm sure there might be one coming now. Another V2 up here. Where is Inno's army? It seems like it is just gone. Yeah, it is pretty much 1200 to 21. So Inno's been mined out for a while. I think that's probably hurting his eco a little bit. But he's up to 2 war factories now. Not up to tier 3. Tier 3, probably a mistake. Probably a mistake not having tier 3, I should say. Mint's gonna push in here. Those yaks perfectly killing all of Mint's infantry. And now Mint is gonna be forced to retreat. 1 flak out here, not a huge threat, but does have to pull those Blackhawks away for now. 3 heavy tanks versus 3 medium tanks. 3 heavy tanks win. Oh, and that Blackhawk just not running away. That's unfortunate. Just goes down. Inno's also gonna get a harvester on here, which is gonna be nice. There is a lot of money here now. It's probably about 15k total, which is, you know, a lot of cash, especially in the late game. 3 Blackhawks sitting down here. Inno is gonna scout it with this yak. What he's making to do, he's gonna try just to micro in, but loses 1 Blackhawk instantly. Don't think that one was worth it. And man, he has so much eco right here in these gems that he really needs to focus on. Get some of these harvesters off. You need to start rotating away. I know eco is definitely a concern of Mint's. I think if he ever gets a good grasp on that, he'll be a very formidable player, just because he won't be constantly broke. And if you're not constantly broke, then you can constantly build. And if you can constantly build, then you can just beat your opponent, because they'll be broke at some point and you'll probably kill better. And I know Mint has a mark out to kill better. Killing Ref there, that is nice. This black, oh, he catches 1 Blackhawk with the black up there. That's nice. Those yaks finding that extra vision. He's gonna get all 3 of those Blackhawks. Loses the veterans to 3 flak, unfortunately, but you know, killing 3 Blackhawks for 1 ref, probably worth it, especially since he has a new seat right down here. Just get up there if you want to. Tier 3 is out. Do I see an Iron Curtain in support powers? I do not. And I do not see an Iron Curtain building. It's pretty much guaranteed. You go tier 3, you start building an Iron Curtain. Yak sniping out some of those rockets there and getting a low health medium tank like that. Even gonna go for that. You know, I don't disagree with that. It's not like the best, but you know, he's got no rockets, so you kill his only anti-armor, and that makes your heavy tanks that much more important. Mint trying to kill another ref there. Looks like he might have shot at something first, but oh man, losing more of these Blackhawks. And I think, you know, is waiting for that Blackhawk. Yep. And there it goes. Both these players broke, but Mint is pretty much down. This is all he has left. He's going to lose a lot of his infrastructure. SD for sure. Maybe this ref up here, some power. I think this War Factory will probably be okay as long as Mint keeps his MC there. He's going to rotate his entire army over there, but you know, he's got something. He's got 1 mammoth tank that could absolutely threaten that corner. Oh, Mint trying to make a big concave here. That could be pretty good. We'll have to see how it is. Blackhawk going down. Ugh. Really needed that one. Great free 2 shot there. And again, there's not a whole lot of rockets here for Mint, so if he kills these heavy tanks, he's going to be okay. And it looks like he is. But I think that's not going to be enough for him. He's losing so much, and yep, you know, has positioned himself on the bottom. Starting to rotate these mammoths over there, although he probably should just select that as his primary if you're building mammoths. That mammoth tank is going to take forever. Another medium tank almost going down there. Your repair drops coming in the back, just threatening him even more so. Oh, the yaks. Find a good angle. Oh, that's so good. Almost gets the MCV kill on the crash there. And there we go. 1 mammoth tank in here. Mint does have some stuff here. Ooh, and I see a spy. I think that might have been either a miscue. I mean, he is UK, so getting that spy for Registered would be pretty good. Mammoth tank is going to go down. Mint does lose 2 harvesters, though. That is not great. And Mint's going to try to find an angle through the middle here. He knows there's flame towers, so hopefully he gets that medium tank in front, since it is arguing with him pretty hard. Looks like he didn't lose a harvester up there, which is nice. Still don't see IC out for, you know, right now, and that is kind of unfortunate. IC would be really good, but now he's doing Shockies and Mammies, which are pretty tough to deal with, unfortunately. Mint has a lot of Blackhawks. Pushing with his MCV there too is an interesting choice. But oh man, the Mammoth takes out the medium tank, and now he cannot push in there. Maybe with the turret he has some options, but I think unfortunately for Mint, he is exposed here. He needs to just retreat now. He's going to lose everything. Mammoths and Shockies love to see unsupported infantry. Man, this down here killed another harvester. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some other medium tank or heavy tank floating around. Oh no, and the flak gonna run down that MCV. Unfortunate for Mint. It is starting to look pretty bleak for him here. Gonna kill off a flak, but those mammoth tanks are already gonna be tough for him to deal with. Army value starting to swing. It's 20k basically to 10k for Mint. It is looking really, really bad for him right now. I mean, he's got maybe some options. He needs to make just artillery, a lot of radar jammer, and some rockets, and that's pretty much all he can do. These Blackhawks are gonna go down to the flax. Luckily he gets the crash there, but yeah, he can't do much of anything about this ball right here. At this stage in the game, that is death ball. Building that second SV right now too, not what he needed. And, you know, it's just gonna be able to run rush shot over this base. I'm sure if I take a look at the earnings graphs, Mint caught up a little bit, but he was pretty much behind the entire time. Army graph tells a tale there. That last little attack from Mint not going well. He was doing so well up here. I think that was when he killed all of Inno's army up here in the north. Maybe that was down in the south. Yeah, Inno just gonna be able to run through this base. This MC down. Is that a third MC out? It was a third MC for Mint. Okay, so yeah, I guess he wanted to maybe base push with a third MC, which is not a bad idea. But unfortunately, there's just not much he can base push into just due to the map. One mammoth tank up here with a few shotkeys, but unfortunately this is killing all the stuff, and he has this little attachment that's killed another harvester in him. This one mammoth tank can be able to clean out MCV, and there is GG for Mint. So Inno looking pretty strong. Finally got that iron curtain out. It's not even powered up, but that was a pretty good game. I mean, it was 21 minutes. Mint had his chances there. He was in the lead for a little bit, but I think Inno just looks really strong once he gets tech. He seems to be loving those mammoth tanks a lot. Not so much the Tesla tanks, but I don't blame him on that. I think not a whole lot of people know how to use them or like them, but we'll probably change that in the future. And man, Inno had MCV all the way up over here, just stealing ore from Mint anyways, so oof. But that's game one. We'll have to see if Mint can come back for game two.
Battle control initialized.
Alright, we are here for game two. This time Inno is going to be Ukraine and Mint is going to be Ukraine, so we have a Ukraine mirror on champion. This is the Mega Take map. Movement MCV here. Basically, you can have this all as your main base. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mines off of 1 MCV. And then you can claim this a little bit later. And that puts you up to 8 mines. And don't worry, there is a 9th mine up here. So 2 Olderics each on this side too, and a hospital. Plus some stuff for you to kill down there if you're really feeling bold. What do we got here? We got some Grenadiers running in. They're going to run through the bottom. Mint is going engineer first. As long as Mint keeps like a rifle or 2, he should be safe. 3 Grens is not super scary if you have 2 rifles. Like if you have 4 Grens, then maybe you got to worry about spreading out your rifles or spreading out your buildings, stuff like that. But it's kind of hard to predict if they're going to go 2, 3, or 4, or 10, or 20. Don't see 20 too much these days anymore. But, you know, there's always a chance. You never know. Mint going to get that engineer in nice and safely. And you know, also going to get that engineer nice and safely. Even got this one scouted out over here. I think, honestly, the only thing else to consider on this map is just set your barracks rally right here. You don't really have to worry about sending 1 rifle up there. That way, if your opponent is just going to try to rifle push you here and try to capture the engineer or just kill you there first, you'll run into him here, and yeah, you'll lose a rifle, and then that'll just let you know that, hey, you need to ball everything up here, move up here, and then move over here. And he's probably going to think twice about it. You know, if he runs into a rifle here, he knows his gig's up, he should maybe go back and do his own thing. Looks like Mint this time out with the dog, which I liked here. Oh, and he does have 3 rifles, so he shouldn't lose there for a power plant there. Indeed, not going to be even close to low power. Just kidding, he is somehow low power. Sell the kettle. Sell the kettle, you'll be fine. I think kettle is 10, maybe 15. There you go. Look at that. Back to full power. So, not a huge deal at all. In fact, healing 3 Grenadiers is probably worth it. It is a nice $450 destroyed instead of $480 before, so thank me for that change. Giving myself a medal there. I love it. Mint's dog just chilling right here. This could be a good time to start pushing here. It's a little bit more risky to push this one since you know your opponent's base is right here. It's probably where he's rallying his troops. So this one is a little bit more safer. It's also going to be a lot longer to respawn if he did pull his army back to his base, which Inno did. And Mint is a little bit behind. Is he that far behind on... No, he's... Okay, so I think... Oh, no, maybe he is a good 15 seconds behind just because of those grants. That seems a little odd, but 15 seconds is starting to get into that, you know, significant amount. That's going to be basically a flak out for free for Inno, or mostly an APC out if they both go APC route. You know, eco wise, it's not going to make that much of a difference. MCV wise, 15 seconds is kind of important. Not really on this map, though. It's likely to just go with that one MCV. That is an interesting thing, just because of those gens. Maybe a little bit of micro on Mint there too, slow him down. Inno's going to be up to 4 harvesters too, where Mint is just now at 2. This one's going to come out. Again, that's all just the war factor difference there. So, but again, 15 seconds on eco, not a huge deal. Inno could start producing his infantry right now if he really wanted to, but looks like he's not, so again, that's not going to even factor into this. Mint capture the hospital. I do like that. You are Soviets. That extra healing is great since you cannot heal with medics. When you got medics, hospitals are less important. And we got double flak out here for Inno. Okay, I mean, it's very hard to cap that MC, but you could totally do it if you're like war factor first maybe and just planning it for Mint the entire time, but one rifle could expose that really easily. Where is this engineer going? He's just chilling over there. Inno's engineer, he's going all the way to the backside as well. So both these players maybe playing in some engineer shenanigans, why not? Mint sending out some rifle scouts, I do like that. It's just kind of poking to see if you can find those rifle scouts, which I also like too. Anybody who relies on rifle scouts, if you can kill them, it should make them very nervous, especially when you see 2 flaks like this. And now Mint is gonna pull his army back, send 1 flak out. But yeah, killing the rifle scouts like that, it really cuts off a lot of the vision. Like you can see, Mint right now basically just has his own base, where Inno has even less, but with those rotating scouts, like he should be able to eventually get more vision, can make Mint play more defensively. Mint looks like he did drop an SD with that NC out, of course, and it looks like Inno did the same thing. He's a little bit quicker again, probably just build time differences. I think that is 8 seconds and 12 seconds, so 20-second difference there. So 5 seconds. Plus, Mint already has the breaks out as well, so definitely looks like nothing's changed there. Getting a pretty big army here. 2 heavy tanks out. Mint has 2 heavy tanks out as well, so again, 15 seconds. Not enough for a heavy tank difference there, but it's like something got slowed down there because they are pretty close there. 10 and 13 seconds. Maybe it was probably the second flak for, so basically a free flak where, or Mint has the one. The hospital gonna go down. Great play there by killing that so it doesn't become a factor later in the game. But you love to see that stay a factor. Engineer, I like where this engineer is sitting, but it's maybe a little too close. Park him more in the trees because you know that MC is gonna come. His engineer just chilling in the back for now. I'll have to keep an eye on that if I can. And he's been pretty active with these flaks, but I don't think they've actually seen a whole lot. It's just rotating his army down. Inno's rotating his army down. Nice little split here. Finally gonna see a lot of Mint's armor. Yep, that's a good size army. At least what you can see there. So is that gonna pull? Nope, Inno is in. I'm losing it now. Inno is gonna play defensively there. Up to a second war factory, which, that could be pretty good in Soviets. That gives you basically more heavy tanks. Though Mint is a tech player, so expect to see some yaks, but I guess that does help with some extra flak production if you really need them, which you definitely could with Mint. But on this map, I think a great strategy is to do like an MC move out like this into very quick tier 3 and just spam mammoth tanks, so especially get those war factories up. All of this game is really going to happen right here. In fact, this is pretty much where everything has been killed, has been right here, despite me just zooming around the map. It looks like we are going to have our first big engagement sometime soon, right here in the middle. Yeah, because this map is super centric right around here. Mint has to be very careful though. His heavy tanks are not in great position. Inno has to be very careful as well with that force fire move that could screw up his medium tanks or his heavy tanks. But I think Mint, I do like he was trying to form a concave, but unfortunately, like I said, those heavy tanks are in the back. Inno's are in pretty good position, but I think that concave just going to win through for Mint. And that was a pretty good swing here. Cleans up the last little bit of the army. I got almost double. In fact, I would say that's pretty much double. And that was all just because of the concave there. So nice concave set up there. And that shows the importance of concaves. I think Fazar also shows the importance of concaves. They can pretty much beat better or higher number or even more army if you just have the correct concave. They are probably the number 2 important thing besides macro. So, I mean, I guess concaves are micro, so that's the biggest micro thing. Macro being just more army, more money. And that is the 2 things you really need in OpenRA. And after that, it's all up to you. Mint gonna push in here. If he gets that harvester, just run away. Oh, he could have gone in. He's going back in now. Oh, he's gonna pay for that a little bit. And now he's staying. But I think Inno's gonna trade out a little bit better here. And now he's running away, rotating, moving around. Kind of just needs to commit there a little bit. Oh, the flank over here. 2 harvesters. Getting crushes with that heavy tank. But that is definitely going to help Inno get back into this game. 2 harvesters down is a lot. Mint with his own flank over here, and the MCV is in that general area. But he's got some armor rotating over, and base defense down. Mint a little bit slow to capitalize that, but I mean, there's no MCV there, so there's no reason for him to know that. I'm not sure what that was, but I heard the V2s firing. But as it stands now, Mint has a little bit army, but he's down 2 harvesters. I think he needs to kind of stop producing right now and really fix his eco. But it is Mint, so that is something of a worry of mine that he's not going to fix his eco. Up to 5 harvesters now, which is nice. Unfortunately, I pulled away just as that. But yeah, not going to go down. Nice, nice. Going to get all but one of the rockets there. Definitely worth it. And now Mint, I think he has... Nope, they're both similar tech. But again, Mint just keeping his army in the middle I think is better. He's got a huge army here, where Inno's is kind of spread out a little bit. But Mint has to be very careful and not get surrounded here. These V2s for both sides can make a huge difference. V2's shooting down a flame tower pretty quickly. Not exactly a waste, but you kind of want to hit him on army if you can. Oh, both V2s doing a little bit of damage here. I think it's time for Mint to retreat. He's done some damage. Got the Yak 2, which is nice. But it looks like Mint actually trading a little bit too much there. He's was briefly down on army value. Now he's going back in. This is very cut back and forth. He's kind of dancing a lot. I'm not sure about that. At some point, you just got to commit, because every time he retreats, he's just taking a little bit more. And every time you retreat, your tanks get in that much worse position. Now Inno is just going to commit, and I think that's going to be the difference there. Although great Yak use there by Mint. Army values are just dropping rapidly on both sides, 1,400 to 7,000. So Inno is up to double, and every V2 is going to be significant there. And of course, there's a heavy tank in the back, and a rocket too. Mint going to get those harvesters away, which is nice, but he's kind of stuck on 2 MCVs. I'm not sure why they're both in the middle right now. Maybe because he's a little bit worried about going to the south, but Mint is in a lot of trouble again, pushing out with his army, and just does not have the army count to do it. I think it's because he is indeed broke. And I think, again, that's part of it, just good eco harass by, this entire time. And losing those 2 harvesters, it makes a huge difference there. Probably overproducing on Yaks. You need to stall that queue as well. Maybe even stall your War Factor queue just to get those harvesters up. There's not a whole lot you can do when you're constantly broke. The Yak is going to see that. Oh, unnecessary force fire. That's supposed to be an A move. Does he catch it? Barely. Mint with his own Yak, though, is going to whittle down most of this army. Oh, but he's going to run right into this. I think he should get away from it, but that it's just unfortunate that, happened to have that there. Run, Rocket, run! Gets out of the way. And now that Yak is going to finish off that MCV. Goodbye, MCV. Mint coming in just a second late with his Yak. Unfortunately, that Yak was still going to kill his MCV, but Mint, once again, in trouble with this Harvester. Oh, that could be a problem too. It looks like it's installed for a little while now. He's up to 2 Yaks. He's got a little bit of army. But that army value is about 2 to 1. Starting to look a little okay for Mint. Economy-wise, they're both up to 7 Harvesters again, but it's really like 6 with this one, not doing anything. Oh, and there's a nice little split here from, that's a lot of heavy tanks. And I see some flame towers in there. Yep, Kill the Ref was great. Something I've learned, kind of known, but learned more recently too, is, yeah, killing refs is good, but killing harvesters is infinitely better. You kill a ref, they can just build another one, and they have more harvesters to quickly just locust eco the ore. So, yeah, killing harvesters when you can, way more important than killing that ref. Maybe if it's like a ref very far away, it could be more economically feasible, but oh, was really wanted to do an attack move there, but that harvester prevented it. Fortunately for Mint, now he's going to get this side exposed. And that is brutal. 3 yaks going down, but he killed a vast swath of Mint's army. Army member's actually getting pretty close. So Eco is doing okay for Mint, I think, right now. He needs to get another ref here, and I think he'll be okay. And I assume, yes, he is building another ref. Losing that harvester, unfortunately, or losing that MCV, unfortunately, sucks because he does need to expand pretty much again instantly. And guess what? Inno has 2 heavy tanks over here and 1 heavy tank over there. Because, like, Mint was killing some yaks on the ground, which is always great. Inno's kind of sitting over here. He's going to tier 3. Imagine those man tanks are coming out. Yes, they are. Would love to see him move this MC down here and just wrestle it away from Mint. He's taking this one, so I guess he doesn't really need to move or really smother him, but smothering is always a great idea if you can do it. And there's a heavy tank up there too. Wow. So I said Mint was doing better on Eco, and unfortunately he's going to be doing real bad in just a second here. He's basically down to 3 harvesters right here. That harvester probably going to go down. This one going to live. SD can out heal a heavy tank for sure, but you still got to worry about those 2 heavy tanks sometime later. That harvester going down. This one probably not going to go down, but it could get very close since it's going to keep eating that ore. But Inno is going to push that up. That's all right. Well, that was a great catch there by Mint, but unfortunately I just don't think he has the numbers to deal with this. With that, he's only 2k behind, but Inno has a lot of yaks, I'm pretty sure. And as I say that, he's still 2k behind, so that was an even trade there, I guess. Oh man, those heavy tanks going back in again. MCV coming out from Mint, but his biggest problem is he can't afford to guard it. Another harvester going down there. Harvester getting poked at right there. Mint is going to push out because it kind of has to. He can't just keep staying down here. These yaks could be really good. There's not really any good targets for him right now, especially with the man tanks out. He's actually probably going to lose his SD to this 1 heavy tank. That is unfortunate, and then he's going to lose a harvester. Killing the ref there, not a bad idea. Another harvester going down there. This harvester about to go down, and his SD is going to go down too. That is going to be brutal. And I think Mint is just slowly getting choked the life out from him. Heavy tank gonna get away because why not? Of course it would. Every second that can buy time is more time for those mammoths to get critical mass. It's 3 of them now. I think about 8 is when they really become critical mass. Although I think 5 or 6, which is the state of game, would be a little bit too much for Mint to handle. He does have a decent number of heavy tanks, but mammoth tanks are just pretty good in this type of situation. Goodbye, yak. Oh, the fox coming in as well. So even if they take off, the yaks are doomed. Ouch, that hurts. 33k to 20k now. I think that's it. As long as Inno doesn't have a horrible concave here, you should be able to push through just fine. Paradrop from Mint. Losing 1 rifle randomly. That sucks. Another harvester going down. Yak going down. Mint's gonna go in. Inno could definitely turn into that right now. His concave was more than sufficient for it. And I think that MCV got killed at the bottom. Nope, it's just sitting in the main base. Mig's coming out as well. That's gonna be even more brutal. But instead he wants to go for heavy tanks. Don't necessarily disagree with it. You got 2 heavy tanks right there anyways. Oh, Mig gonna get away. It goes down, kills the harvester. I mean, I think at this rate, Mint is pretty much dead. He's on 3 harvesters, over 11. Lost an old Eric as well. Does have this army up there that's kind of chilling, but could be doing something maybe. Paradrop got cleaned up by more than enough. Oh, and he's just kiting away with the mammoths. And he's taking this from Mint, so yeah. This is looking like some really good play there by, Oh, parabombs though. This could be good. Oh, but he actually scares away. And kind of coming from the wrong angle. Probably should have came from this angle, but parabombs, they're just not what they used to be. Honestly, I feel like they could be a little bit better. They're only really good around the edges of the map. And man, these heavy tanks killing another harvester, gonna get another one after that, and maybe even Mint's last harvester. Just absolutely being brutal there. There's the IC. There is probably the GG shortly after. I don't even think Mint sees it. He's probably focused down here on the harvesters. And his entire army just gone for basically free. And there is a GG. So monstrous play there by just absolutely taking it to Mint. I mean, I don't even blame it for playing badly. Was just that much better. The eco harass was just insane that entire game. So clean 2-0 there for Inno. And that's going to be it for this week. I'll see y'all next time.